Philosophical framework and cultural issues. Philosophical framework is a significant part of social research that involves the concept of viewing the social world in terms of a particular framework. We have postmodernism, symbolic interactions, and functionalism. Cultural issues are problems that occur when culture conflicts with systems, goals, or other counters. Under cultural issues, we have culture versus individualism, culture versus logic, culture versus system, culture versus culture, culture versus change, culture versus goals, culture versus reality, culture versus globalization, and culture versus communication. Postmodernism focuses on the reality of the individual that denies statements that claim to be true for all people and is often a pared down style. Postmodernism individuals mix with pleasures and consumerisms where we go shopping to have fun. We tend to be interconnected also, like checking Facebook and other social networks to constantly aware of everything in our surroundings. Symbolic interaction is a theory that explains how everything in society is a symbol. Everything represents something else. Like a thumbs up in one culture can be symbolic for kudos, while in another culture it means you are stupid. Functionalism views society as a social system of interconnected parts, which each aspect of society depends on each other and each contributes to the overall stability and functioning of that society. Culture versus individualism. Culture provides shared understandings such as rules and norms that help groups to get along. This may vary conflict with what a person would like to do as an individual. Some groups of people are allowed to eat pork, but for others, they are not allowed to eat due to their beliefs. Culture versus logic. Culture represents the depth of human experience that includes complexities such as emotion, imagination, social dynamics, creativity, and epic meaning. This may conflict with cold logic that fails to consider these factors. My grandmother told us a superstitious belief that we are not allowed to sweep floors in the evening because you are throwing away the blessings that comes in your house. Culture versus system. Systems are means for controlling and directing resources and processes. Where this mismatch with cultures, problems may occur. Culture versus culture. Cultures overlap and interact in countless ways such that the expectations and norms of one culture frequently conflict with that of another culture. In the Philippines, we have fiesta, where it is the celebration of a city or province patron saint, but in another country, they don't celebrate this kind of practice since they have their own culture. Culture versus change. Traditional culture is a stabilizing force that provides shared experience across generations. Despite its stabilizing role, culture is often pushed to adapt by pressures such as technological change. Before, Filipino people used to wear barot saya for girls and barong Tagalog for boys. Our clothing style and fashion changes as we are influenced by the media on television, fashion shows, and among others. In the present day, we prefer to wear t-shirts combined with jeans or trousers and skirts for women. Culture versus goals. Culture emerges with groups such that it can be viewed as the current result of countless social interactions. This doesn't necessarily align to the goals of a group. This can be easily seen in the culture of organizations. Culture versus reality. Membership in culture can give people an excessively positive or negative self image that may not match realities. This causes a variety of issues. Culture versus globalization. Globalization is the process by which the world becomes increasingly interconnected. This is a long-running process that has been underway for all of history. However, globalization has accelerated in recent centuries due to technical advancements in areas such as transportation and communication. Globalization can put pressure on culture. I have a classmates with different culture. Since we have hung out with each other, I was able to learn and adapt in their culture too. Culture versus communication. Cultures such as language and norms are a tool of communication. Where people from different cultures communicate, they need a shared set of skills known as cross-cultural communication. Even where languages are different, people can find a way to communicate with patience, humility, and effort. I have a cousin that had different dialect where we have the same words. For us it is good, but for them it's not. So in talking to them, I am always very careful in choosing words whenever I speak.